Okay, we are going to start working on our pirouettes, and we're going to start at the bar. All of our technique when it comes to pirouettes really does start at the bar. You can use the back of a chair, you can use the side of a wall, you could even, if you have something like an exposed staircase, anything that will give you support, that can support your body, is very important. So, okay, so working on our technique here at the bar, or behind the chair, or wherever you are, we want to make sure that we are beginning in first position. So Maddie, begin in first position as she is, and she is going to start by working on her core. So your core is going to be your center for your pirouette. So it's very important that we make sure that we have a very strong core. So when we do this, we want to make sure to put your arm up. Hold on a second, thank you. And I want you to tuck your stomach in, push your stomach in. And she's going to tuck her stomach in, so she's going to come from a position of here to here. But if we look at it, we come from here, and we want to think about our tailbone going down and our stomach coming in. And if we feel, we should have an engaged core. So from here, where we're relaxed, to engaging your core here. So relaxed and engaging here. Can you show us that, Maddie? Relaxed and engage. Good. And if we see, it's not just her stomach that comes in, but her tailbone also goes down. That's very, very, very important. A second thing we want to make sure is that we have good posture. If we have posture like this and then we bring our arms up, if we notice our shoulders are arched, we're not going to have the center that we need. We're going to fall over in our turns. We might fall out of our turns. It's very important that we have good posture. It will lend itself to having a very strong core. So Maddie, I'm going to have you roll your shoulders from forward to back and hold. And you're going to hold right here to have good posture. Now, while you're here, tuck your tailbone as well. Good. Okay. So here we go from here to here, and we roll our shoulders. So we want to have good posture so we are all set and ready to go. So even when you have your arms up, you really, really want to think about keeping everything tucked. So, second thing. Okay, another thing that's very important with all of our turns that sometimes gets a little overlooked is our turnout. We want to make sure that we never let our foot turn in, but we want to keep it turning out. By letting our foot turn in, we can fall over and fall out of our turn, which we don't want to do. So, working on our turnout, it's important to remember that our turnouts initially come from our hips. They do not come from our feet. They do not come from our knees. They come from our hips. Our turnout originates from our hips. So, Maddie is showing here her turnout. Now, could you turn your feet in? So, that's extreme. Just go, just a really slanted feet. Good. Okay, so now if I say to Maddie, turn your feet out, the turnout will start from her hips. So that's very important, is that your turnout comes from your hips. So you're here, and you open it up to here. So you want to make sure that it's coming from your hips. There are lots of good exercises that you can do for muscle building that can actually help with your turnout. And also, really important thing is just to stretch. So it's very good if we stretch. Now, something that's important to note, looking at her, don't move, this is good. Looking at her turnout here, her feet are very, very, very wide out to the side. A very important thing to note is we don't want to have our knees pointing forward and our feet pointing out. That means we've gone too far in our turnout. Okay, so we want to keep everything in line. Our lines are incredibly important when it comes to pirouettes. If we are off on our line at all, we might fall over. Okay, so fix your lines here, Maddie, so that your feet are in line with your knees. Your turnout's a little too far. Okay, good. Okay, so turnout is another important thing that we need to work on. Good. Our lines are very important here. We want to have a nice straight line so that we have a center for our turn. So from here, we're going to practice some bar warm-ups, which you can do just on your own. They're very helpful to get your body used to a certain way of moving, but it can also start to build muscles that maybe you haven't used before. So it's important to build that. So we'll do some exercises here at the bar to help engage your core and work on keeping it from moving. Really, really focus on allowing your core to be your center and your core to remain and keep that form no matter what your bottom half is doing. Okay? So we are going to start our feet in first. Maddie, I'm going to have you tender your right foot forward. And I'm going to have you bring your right arm forward to first position. And I want you to raise your right foot up and lower it down. And raise it up and lower it down. And I want to go a little faster. Ready? I'll go 5, 6, 7, 8. One for each count. All right, so here we go. Our right foot is tendued forward. And we're going to raise one for each count. All together. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Raise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, slow down a second. Good. Do you feel how you're kind of moving just a little bit here? Good. Okay, so engage your core nice and tight. Really, really, really focus on engaging that core. Here we go. Again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Whoop. Sorry, we'll keep going. Try that again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Okay, now out to the side. Again, we want to keep our center here. Sometimes what happens is we go here and we're good because we're fine with our center here, but then we go out to here and we start to fall. So we want to make sure that our center is engaged no matter where our foot may go, that we keep our center the whole time. We want to make sure we really are engaged here. Good. And 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Careful, careful. Another thing we want to make sure is that we don't let this start to happen. And then we start trying to hold all of our body weight over here. Remember, when we're here and we have our center, no matter what this leg is doing, we want to make sure that our core is not moving. As we do more warm-ups, you will see more and more that there are certain things like passes where this probably shifts a little bit and maybe it comes a little off balance. Okay, so doing it from the left, again, we want to remember everything. So we want to remember tucking our tailbone, bringing in our core, keeping our posture, and we want to make sure that we are not off-centered or not angled here. So if you need to look in a mirror and see where you are when you do just even your first position, when we're doing a passe, when we're doing anything, if you need to look in the mirror. If you want to put 2 stickers on your hip bones so you can actually see where your hips are, that's a good idea too. And make sure that we're also focusing on our turnouts, and our turnouts come from our hips. Okay, ready? Tender your left foot to the front. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Raise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it in. And to the left. To the side. Here we go. And raise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it in. To the back. And raise it up. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At any time, I should be able to come up and feel that your core is engaged. It's very important we always keep our core engaged. Good. Okay. Go back, do those exercises as many times as needed. We're going to move on to another exercise, one that we know very well and we hopefully do very often. We are going to do a grand plie. They're actually very helpful when it comes to your core. So something that we tend to do in a grand plie is when we go down, we do something like this. We bend up and then we come down because it's what's comfortable, and it is what's comfortable. We need to remember and we need to be thinking about keeping our core engaged. So when we go down, our core does not move. Okay, this is a really, really good way to practice keeping your core from moving and see what it feels like. When you do these exercises and you say, okay, I'm not moving, make note of what your core feels like. Make note of what you need to do to make sure that your body doesn't move, because that engaging of your core and that form is what you need to do when you're doing a pirouette. And that's very important because a lot of times we'll get into the habit of doing our pirouettes and we forget our form and we kind of just go all over the place. So it's important that we drill and drill and drill the technique so that way once we start doing our pirouettes, we already know what it feels like and it becomes more of a natural form. Okay, ready? So first position, we're going to all practice our grand pliés. When we come out into grand plié, remember, bring your arm out. Really, really, really focus on straightening that core. Really keep it tucked. Keep your shoulders where they need to be. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Grand plié. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Another important thing about a grand plié, this is not necessarily related to a pirouette, but when we go down into a grand plié, we come down, we come back up. We don't want to go down and then chill out there. Okay? So it's a full continuous movement. We are going to have to engage those thighs. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Okay, let's do 4 more. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do 4 more grand pliés. Here we go. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Okay. Go back. Practice that as many times as you need to practice it. From here, we're going to work on our relevés. Our relevés are so incredibly important when it comes to turn. Okay, so we are going to work on our relevés. Mandy, turn towards the camera. So let's all go together. We're going to be in parallel, and we are going to all come up together. Let's all go up into parallel releve. Now, this is very important here because we want to make sure that we're not putting too much of our weight here. We want to make sure that our weight resides mostly into our big toes, and we should think about having all of our toesies on the ground. And think about pushing almost like all of your toes into the ground. We don't want to come too far this way, and we definitely don't want to sickle our feet this way. So we want to look at our lines, and we want to make sure that our lines go straight down. This is very important because when we go up into our releve for our piqué turn, not piqué turns, our pirouettes, what happens most of the time is that we end up going up, and we end up doing something like this, and then we fall off this way. I think everybody can relate. We've probably all turned on our pinky toes before. Yep. So working on our releve, starting in first position, we are going to have Maddie go up into releve in first. And we want to make sure that we are engaging and we're using all of our releve. So an important thing is that we want to, again, think about not being on those back pinky toes. We want to be having most of our weight in our front 2 or 3 toes, and think about having all of your toes actually on the ground. So think about pushing your toes flat into the ground and having most of your weight in your front toes. Another thing that is very important is that we want to make sure that we don't let our ankles fall backwards, and that will come into line, and that will come into play with not sitting on your pinky toes. Another thing, which we probably don't think about a lot, we think about, tucking our tail when it comes to doing pirouettes. We think about tucking our tail when it comes to doing other turns. We should also tuck our tail when we're up in a releve. So if we notice the difference, again, this goes back to keeping a strong core. A strong core is the foundation of having clean moves. When we go up into releve, and if I don't have a strong core and I try to hold myself up there, I start to fall over. I fall into my pinky toes and I roll over. But if I go up into releve and I strengthen my core, I'm able to hold myself up there longer. A good thing to practice is to go up into releve. So let's practice going up into releve and tuck your core, tuck your tummy in, tuck your tail under. And you should feel those muscles. Those muscles should be working nice and tight. It should almost kind of get a little bit sore when you think about using those muscles. When you use those muscles. Let's try it together going up into releve. Here we go. First position. And together we will roll up. And hold it there. And try to just have your fingertips on the bar. And while you're up here, really think about tucking that tailbone, pulling in that core. Really, really think about tucking the tailbone, pulling in the core. Good. Another thing that's very important is that we are engaging all of our leg muscles. This is very, very important. Your calves should be engaged and your thighs should be engaged, and you should have very straight knees right now. No bent knees. Absolutely no bent knees. And roll down. And again, we go up. Good. And roll down. And again, back up. We want to engage all the way. We want to use all of our releve. Good. Now this time, roll back down. We are going to coupe our right foot back. So make a tiny triangle, coupe back. And we're going to go up into releve on our left. Now, something very important to note, when we go up, do not let our hips come off balance. Remember, we want to keep our hips level. Very, very important. Okay, and we're going to roll up, keep your form, and try to, if you can, try to take your fingertips off the bar. And roll down. And place your, keep your right foot, we'll go back up again. Ready? And roll up again. Fingertips on the bar. Hold the core, and roll down. And two more. Roll up. Hold it there. Remember, make sure we are going good. Going fully into that big toe. And roll down. And last time up. Here we go. And up. Hold it. And roll down. Good. Okay, now we're going to do our left foot in coupe. Make sure we don't let this tuck that. You need to tuck your rib cage in. Tuck that core back. We don't want to let our rib cage hang open. We want to make sure everything is tucked in. Good. Yes, way better. There you go. All right, here we go. And up into releve. And don't let your body come off center. Good. And roll down. And up into releve. Yep. There you go. And roll down. And up into releve. Try to get your fingertips. And roll down. Very nice. And we're going to plie into our prep. We're doing a left fourth position. And again, we want to make sure we keep that back foot turned out. We don't want to let our back knee, we don't want to have a prep where our knee goes forward. We want to have our knee come outward. Good. We want to sit ourselves in the right. Now this is a good example. If we notice where her hips are, she has one hip here, back a little further, and one's all the way up here. So she's turned a little bit like this, which is normal because your leg is back here. But we want to make sure that we take that hip and we straighten it up. Good. Okay, yes, good. We also want to make sure that our ribs are in line with our hips. Okay, so we don't want to have it here. Loosen up. We don't want to have it where our hip goes up here and our rib is up here, or like this and this. We want to be equal with it, okay? So this is our core. And go back down into plie. Make sure you straighten it out. Good. Oh, you're off level. Equal it out. Good. There we go. Good. Our foot needs to be up high enough. It should be just above our knee. Turn your side. Let's show this. If we do a parallel passe, put your foot just a little bit, here, back it up a little. Put your foot just a little bit beneath your knee, your left knee. Okay. And just let your arms float so we can, okay, now bring your foot up. Did we see what happened to her back? A little farther. Good. Okay. Did we see what happened to her back? Go back down again. Make sure you keep yourself straight. Good. Go back down. Now come back up. Did we see her back straighten out? So when we go from a passe that's here versus here to here, it actually causes us to tuck that tailbone and tuck that core in. So it's very, very important. That's very important. Okay, so something that is very helpful when it comes to going up into a passe for a pirouette, because something we like to do is we do this and we get off-centered and then we'll center our top, but our hips are still off-centered, is I like to have you all look in a mirror. A mirror is such a great way to do it. Put your hands on your hips, and we're not going to turn, so you don't have to worry about, getting enough power or anything. We're not going to go up into releve. But start here in first position and looking in the mirror. Keep your hands on your hips and slowly bring your right foot up to passe. Ready? Up to passe. And hold. Good. And by holding our hands on our hips, we can see what our hips are doing. All right, back to first. Let's try it again. Ready? And first, we'll use right again. And in first position, we're going to go right. Bring your right up. Slow, 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 slow. Good. Hold on to those hips. Good. And back down. If we feel doing that, we almost have, our muscles are almost shaking because it's hard. It is hard. It's very hard. Again, it goes back to, it's important that we are strengthening our bodies. It's important that we are stretching. Okay, good. All right, let's try it again. We'll do it 4 more times all together. Hands on our hips. First position, here we go. Watch it in the mirror, and up we go. Slide it slow up into passe, and hold, and hold, and hold, and hold. Good, bring it down. When you do it, think about almost pushing. If you hit something right here, think about when you go up into it. Think about this is pushing downward. Because that's what's going to happen, is that we don't want this core to change. We don't want our core to change. So we tuck everything. And think about this part pushing in. And our core should not change. Okay? Okay, ready? Let me go up again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow up. Good. Very good. And down we go. And last time. Hands on our hips. Really watching where those are. Make sure our hands don't get off center. And bring it up. Very good. Yep. See? So much faster. Good, good. Okay, so going back to our pirouettes, going back to our pret, again, we want to remember that we're thinking about keeping that back foot nice and turned out. We're keeping ourselves deep in our plie. We're making sure that our weight is evenly displaced between the two. Okay, so if we need a wider prep, so we can achieve that, have a wider prep. But again, you should be able to feel both your weight. You should be able to feel your weight evenly in both of your feet. This is very, very important. Okay, and we're going to bring it up to passe. Again, thinking about what we just did. Thinking about keeping yourself level. Here we go. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, next time. Correction for everyone, an important one, is remember we don't want to forget all of our small things that we need to remember. One of which, we don't want to forget to bring our foot all the way up. Our foot should be above our knee. We don't want to let our passe fall. That's going to make it harder for us to keep our form and harder for us to get around without falling out of our turn. So again, really think about bringing that foot all the way above the knee. 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay. Again, remember, this part comes inward, okay? Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now we're going to go up. And a very important thing, so when we do our prep, we start here. Prep. 1, 2. We want to be very, very sharp and very quick. When you decide you're going from your prep to your turn, it's quick. It's a sharp pull up to your passe. Okay? So it's almost like a snap of a motion. The things that are going to happen is your left arm is going to come in to first position. So your arms are in first. And again, we want to make sure that our shoulders are down. Okay? And we want to make sure that our passe comes up. We want to come up in the correct position. So our foot is above our knee. Very, very important. And we also want to make sure that our core does not move. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Snap quick. Good. Don't let your hips go. You're falling a little bit this side. You're back a little bit. Here we go. Again, go to prep. It all starts from the beginning. Yep. So if you start crooked, you're going to turn crooked. And tuck your tailbone. Tuck your tailbone. There you go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. Good. Go back down again. 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. Good. Down again. Now, because we are going up into our releve, we need to be thinking all about our releve and the technique when it comes to our releve as well. Lots and lots of things to remember here. I know. Here we go. I'm ready. 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. Yep. Good. Don't let that foot fall. Good. Good. Good form. And down. And 4 more. 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. And down. 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. And down. it down. Good. Okay, all right. Take a break, go get some water real quick. Okay, now we are going to put it all together, everything that we have learned, and we're going to actually do our pirouettes now. Here we go. All right, so we're going to start in our prep. Good, perfect. She's straightening herself out. She's tucking her tailbone. And here we go. We're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, and we will push up on 1. So our prep is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's start from first position and see if we can get ourselves into our prep. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. We want to control ourselves. We really do. And a big part of our landing is going to be what we do with our core. We need to engage our core so that we can actually stop ourselves from turning. All right, ready? And here we go. We will do 4 of them together. And 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. We have to remember to spot, okay? Otherwise, we're going to lose our balance, especially when we're doing multiples. Do you have something to spot on in the mirror?
I'll just spot myself.
Okay. All right. Especially when you start doing multiples, spotting is a necessity. Okay, here we go. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Okay. 2 more. That's okay. That's okay. Keep our balance. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. All right. Last one all together. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, good spotting. Good spotting. You want to do one more for good measure?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Okay. All right. When we start getting into more of the multiples again, spotting is going to be very important. Your plie is very important, but above all else, it doesn't change the fact that we still plie 5, 6, 7, 8, and come up very, 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 very quickly. It is a very sharp, it's a very, very sharp up into our passe, and none of this will move. This is your core, this is your center, this is what is keeping you going. It's very, very important that we don't let ourselves come all around, and that when we come up into our passe, that we're not letting ourselves go all wonky. If you do your pirouettes and you see that you are doing your pirouette and you're falling out like this, we need to work on our releves and we need to work on our lines, because part of falling out of your turn to the side is also because your hips are coming off centered. It's not always just because you're going on your pinky toe. You going on your pinky toe could be a result of you leaning too far this way. You need to work on centering out your hips. Again, going back to the basics and doing this again and again and again will help you a lot. Okay. Do you need to push your hip forward too? Good. Okay, here we go. So the 3 main moves for a fouette are going to be, your right foot is going to be développé forward. You're going to be in a plie on your left with your left turned out. Good. This is 1. 2 is going to be opening up to second. Something very important, again, just like we did before, we want to make sure that this, all right, now développé up to second, or open up to second. Good. A very important thing here is that we are focusing and working on our turnout. So stretching and strengthening is going to be a big piece of this. So when we come forward and we open up, we want to make sure we're opening up all the way. We want to make sure our hips are open up all the way. But we also want to make sure that we're not doing anything like this. Okay, so let's see it again. Go 1, open to 2, and then we're going to come into passe. So let's go back to the 3. Ready? And we go forward 1, open 2, in 3. Good. Okay, so those are your 3 most important ones. So again, let's go one more time. All together, keeping that left foot turned out. Develop your right leg forward with left plie. 1, open 2 to second, just bending the knee for 3. Back to développé out with your right. Open 2, passe, open 1 to the front. Sorry. Getting all mixed up on my numbers. Okay, and come down. So when we open to second real quick. And all we're going to do to get into our passe, even in our turns, up to second, is just bending our knee. That's it. Good. A big habit that I think we have all been there for is that when we come here, and we come here, and then we come here. A big habit that we all like to do is we come here, and then we use our leg to wing us around. We want to avoid that. So we want to make sure that we're really focusing on stretching because we need our foot to come all the way out. We need our hips to be fully open. So when we come out to second, all that happens to come to our passe is we're just going to bend our knee. So it just comes from the bending of the knee. Okay? All right, let's try it all together. We'll count it up. We will go 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to start over. So it's only going to be 6. I'll give you 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will do it 8 times. Can we do it 8? All right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward 1, 2, open 3, 4, passe, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I lost count. Good.
I do too.
Okay. Good. So practice that again and again and again. Realize where you need to, maybe some things you need to work a little bit more on, like your turnout. Maybe your turnout is where you need to work on. Maybe when you open up to second, you're really like this and you really need to focus on getting this hip in. Maybe you end up like this. A good thing to do is to watch yourself in the mirror or record yourself and look back later and see where you maybe need to work on your technique a little bit. So, good. Okay, we are going to now add our releve. So, our first move, 1, 2, is in our plie. Then we open up to second in our releve. So, open up to second, and to passe and releve, and down back into plie. Good. Okay, so we're going to do 8 of those. Plie, releve, releve, plie. Plie, releve, releve, plie. Here we go. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. I'm sorry. I completely forgot the 6s. So good job. Good job. Again, we're right back to those basics. When we come up into our passe, again, our passe should be nice and high above that knee. We want to make sure we're keeping our form, keeping our core, everything. We're looking back at our releve. All of those technical exercises and anything where you can work on really engaging your core is really going to help you. Okay, so what I would like you all to do now is to go into your prep as we would any other prep. And when we come into our prep, all I want you to do is to go 5, 6, 7, 8, and I want you to hit it and hold here in your first position, your plie, the very first thing you're going to do, and hold. And really focus on your form, really focus on engaging your core. All right, let's try and do 8 of them. You got it. Ready?
8 4 6.
No. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Okay, again. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Good. Make sure you let yourself slide it. Really hold. Really, really use that core to engage it and to hold. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Good. Again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Good. Good, 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 good. Yep.
I know, I'm spinning forward.
Good. Got it yourself. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Good. Keep those knees nice and straight. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Take. Good. Good end. Good end. Okay. We're going to quick go back to the bar before we do anything else. Okay. With our pirouettes, another very important thing is that, just as we had done before, that our knees are incredibly straight. We cannot let our knees bend, and we cannot let them get floppy, or we will not be able to get around. Our legs have power, and it's very important that we engage our legs and that we don't let them get floppy, okay? Very, very, very important. Go to that part. And we're going to work on kicking, and we're going to have our arms forward in front of us and first as we do. This is very important. This is another good chance to practice having very strong arms and having a very tight core. Do not let your upper body move in this.
We have one hand on the bar.
No, it's okay. And we're going to step forward on our left, and we're going to kick our right up, and we're going to bring it down slowly. Do not let it touch the ground. It should be holding on the ground, and try and hold yourself from your core moving. And again, step on your right, kicking your left, and slowly bring it down. And feel your legs engaged. Do we feel engaged legs? Good. Okay, go back. We'll do it. And here we go. We're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we find that we're doing this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we're not engaging our core enough. We need to engage our core, and we're not tucking ourselves down. We're putting more of our weight here because we need to make sure that we're engaging our core and tucking our tailbone. Otherwise, our weight falls here, and we fall forward, okay? So make sure we tuck here and tuck here. Okay, good. No, I did that part. Here we go. Ready? All together. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Okay, so we're going to finally put it all together, and we're just going to do one rotation. So we're going to be here. We're going to prep 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And we'll do our pirouette. Here we go. Okay. Remember, we have to go back to our basics. Because our fouettes include a pirouette, we have to make sure that we're continuing to do all of our important pirouette moves. You know, let that passe come back as far as it can. Or when we open up to second, it should be as back as far as we can, but let that passe come back as far as it can. Make sure that your passe is up. Make sure that your hips are now centered. Make sure that you're thinking of all of the important technical things that we have to. Ready? And 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay. Arms. It was beautiful. Arms. Keep those arms nice and strong. Again, here we go. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Very beautiful. Make sure we're spotting too. Yep. Think about all the things we need to remember. Think about. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Very good. Okay, let's all try to do 2 more at home. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Yep. That's okay. Fell out of it.
Yeah, I know.
Good. You got it. Yep. You got it. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Bring that passe up a little bit more. All right, girls, good job. Go back, review anything that you need to, practice things, practice. But we hope you're all doing well. We miss you, and hopefully we'll see you real soon.